Hi, and welcome to this week's video. I'm Pastor Dave. Have you ever been involved in a family squabble where family members are just not talking or arguing or not getting along, and really it's a lose-lose? No one's going to win. And you may say, well, we're fighting over principle. Have you ever been involved with that? Or if not in the family, maybe at work, or well, you just have parties come together and nothing seems to make sense. If what plays out, no one wins. Well, we're that place right now as a country. Do you realize that President Trump's, his 100 days in office is coming up? It will be coming up on April 28th. Do you realize on 100 days into office, April 28th is also when our current government can shut down? We will have, the Congress right now is on a 2-week recess. They're on vacation for 2 weeks. When they get back on April 25th, they will have 4 days to work out a budget, work out a proposal, work out an amendment, work out something to get it to the president's desk to sign by the 28th. If they don't, the government will shut down. Who wins in this? We've been through this before. We understand nothing comes from this, but yet here we are again. And with all that's on the plate, in fact, Democratic Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, he's publicly said, you know, if the Republicans put anything together financially in a budget to keep the government open that has to do with defunding Planned Parenthood or has anything to do with building a border wall, we're voting against it. They need 60 votes to pass this, to get it to the president's desk. And he's threatening that we're not going to sign it. The Democratic Party is saying if you do anything for a border wall, if you take anything off the Planned Parenthood plate, we are not going to allow it to happen. We'll shut the government down. Who wins by this? You know, and again, this is how we celebrate 100 days in office. This is the battles that we take. We need to do what's best for our country. And like it or not, we have a president. And for 8 years, President Obama was there, and we supported what he did. We didn't always agree, but the country supported. And now for the country's sake, we need to understand that we need to get this government issue taken care of, this financial issue taken care of, because it expires on the 20th of April. You know, when you look at our country, U.S. credit card debt is at the highest rate it's been in years. It's over $1 trillion right now. When you look at our auto industry, car manufacturing, car sales, they're in a crisis mode at this point. When you look at retail sales, there are hundreds of retail stores closing across the country. When you look at pension funds are underfunded by trillions of dollars. When you look at corporate bankruptcies, when you look at our national debt, it keeps verging on $20 trillion and coming under. They keep the debt ceiling. They haven't done anything with the debt ceiling. What are they going to do with the debt ceiling? $20 trillion. Auto industry, manufacturing, jobs, credit card debt, student loan default. When you look at all the numbers, isn't it wise to say what is best for our country? Who's going to win if we keep going the path that we're on? You know, we do these weekly videos, or I do these weekly videos to help you have some information and to be informed. And I was talking to some people this week, and they're not even aware that April 28th is coming up. Not even aware that the government could be shutting down again. It's like, oh, is that going to happen again? Not even aware of what that could constitute and what could happen if that takes place again. You know, when you look at the month of April, it started off April 6th with President Trump firing 59 Tomahawk missiles into Syria, into the airstrip in Syria. We did a whole radio show on this and some videos on this, so if you go to interpretingthetimes.com, you can see more information on that. But April 6th started that. Do you know what April 6th was? Don't say it was a Tuesday or a Wednesday or something like that. 100 years ago, what was April 6th 100 years ago? On April 6th in 1917, that's when America went into the First World War. President Woodrow Wilson tried for 2.5 years to keep America out of the World War, but on April 6th of 1917, Congress then declared war on Germany, and America was officially involved in the First World War. 100 years later, look at the wars we're fighting. Now, I'm not saying that we're heading into World War III, but what are we heading into? 100 years after America declares war on Germany and enters World War I, we are sending 59 Tomahawk missiles into Syria. And we have tensions with North Korea. And we have Russia and China on the backstage on both of those countries. And we have the Middle East. And we have all this instability around the world. And here we are in America arguing about, are we going to pass a budget to keep our government open? You know, that's kind of what you think about where we're at as a nation. Because eventually it's going to affect the individual families as well. So, this week I just want to take a time out. Sometimes when you're squabbling, sometimes when you're fighting, sometimes when there's family tension or work tension or there's this tension there, you just need to take a time out and say, okay, what do we need to do to get past this? How do we come together and do what's best for everybody? That's where we're at as America right now, folks. President Trump's theme has been to make America great again. And some people are against that. Some people don't agree with him. Some people don't understand his philosophy. But what is best for us? So this week, I just want to take a pause and think about that. You know, if you want some more information on this, or you want to contact me, the website that I have is called Interpreting the Times. InterpretingTheTimes.com. If you Google that, that's all one word. But there's articles up there, there's radio shows up there. There's all kinds of information to keep you updated on stuff like this, just so you can kind of be aware of the day that we're living in and to kind of know what to do. So anyhow, that's the video for this week. Thank you for watching. I look forward to being back with you again next week. God bless you.